Hi Taurus, thank you for your patience. I wasn't able to get July out to you. I made 2 videos and they all pooped out because Mercury retrograde shadow period. I always feel it the hardest there, but that's of no concern to you. You are still eligible for the Morgan-Greer Tarot in a 10 contest. If you want to enter that, just put the hashtag Morgan-Greer in the comments below, and you did not miss your chance. This is just a bonus reading for August because I love you and I didn't want to leave you out. I had some good readings too, so I hope this one is a good reading. Spirit, 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 please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God and give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all, for Taurus and all those who love Taurus. For Taurus and all those who love Taurus, please surround us with the warm, white, loving light of God. Give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all, for Taurus and all those who love Taurus. They're telling me to cut the cards. Please protect us from all who seek to do us harm. Please give us God-given guidance for the highest good of all. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. 2 more shuffles. 2 more shuffles. For Taurus and all those who love Taurus. 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 Thank you, thank you, thank you. Justice reversed, 10 of Swords reversed, and the 8 of Swords reversed. All reversal. So you may be dealing with a Libra. We have Swords energy here, and then the Justice card. Justice card talks about an injustice, right? Some unfairness. So you may have been experiencing some unfairness. May have been experiencing some unfairness with a Libra. You could be going through a court case. But Justice reversed. If you're not going through the legal system, you could be experiencing some sort of unfairness because of like a karmic situation. Sometimes when I see Justice reversed, it's like things that seem unfair in this lifetime are actually things we signed up for prenatal. And so before we even came into this world, we designed our blueprint for our life and what lessons we wanted to undertake on this earthly plane, and what karma we needed to tie up from past lives, from previous lives, right? So whenever Justice is reversed, sometimes it's like it's not fair on this earthly plane. It's not fair with like these worldly laws, right? It's like an injustice to us. It doesn't seem fair, but it's some sort of karma that's being tied up in a higher realm, in a higher perspective. So just keep that in mind if you feel like something is unfair. But what I get the sense that it's like your perspective, which was a message in your other video, oddly enough. But the Justice card, I want to point out a few things. We have a rose right here, and so Justice, like I'm getting, there's like this beautiful rose, right? But it has its thorns. It has its prickly parts to it. So I'm just getting that. I'm throwing that out there. I also see a sun and a moon, so we could be talking about something that happened during the eclipse that just happened yesterday, or that happened, that's going to happen on August 11th, I believe, on the next eclipse. Or the previous eclipse before last night. I forget when it was. Wait, last night was the 27th. I don't know! But we could be talking about eclipse either way because we have the sun and the moon here. Next card we have is the 10 of Swords. And the 10 of Swords is a card about being stabbed in the back. I mean, he is getting it from all sides, right? If it means anything to you, this guy always reminds me of Frank Black, Black Francis, however you want to call him, singer of the Pixies. I want to live in Los Angeles. Da, 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 da. Anyway, so whenever it's reversed, it's like you're kind of numb to all of the betrayals, all the backstabbing. Like you almost expect people are going to fuck you over. Pardon my language. It's the only way I can articulate that. But you're almost expecting that people are going to disappoint you because you've just experienced disappointment over and over and over again, so much that it might even be just muscle memory at this point. Like, people might not actively be screwing you over. You might not actively have an injustice with someone. You might not actively have unfairness with someone, but because you have been burnt by so many people, it's like just a reaction to past pain and not something that is happening now. And I only say that, I mean, I say that because of the past reading that I didn't get to, but I also say that because we have the Eight of Swords. I think you had the Eight of Swords in one of your other readings too. But the Eight of Swords is a card about feeling trapped, and I always think it's interesting with two people. So this could be a love matter, or again, a court case, like two different sides. But with the Eight of Swords, it's like you've tried one thing, that didn't work. You've tried another thing, that didn't work. And it's like, how do I get out of these stupid swords? So it's kind of like a puzzle, right? Whenever it's reversed, it's like you're untrapping yourself, you're unfreeing yourself, you are figuring out a way. I mean, you can just like kick those swords down and walk over, right? Like, they're not like stopping you in any sort of way. And usually it shows a woman who's blindfolded and she's standing in the middle of the swords, and the lesson, and she's tied up. Her hands are tied behind her, and the lesson is, if you would just take off the blindfold, you could untie yourself and get away from the swords, but it's your own mental imprisonment, because we have the swords here, and the swords represent our mental processes, our thoughts. So it's a matter of thinking. In one of your other readings, it was really important. You had the Hanged Man reverse, and so it was really important to see things from another perspective. So I think you are getting to a place, you're moving into a place where you're seeing things from another perspective because you were getting out of this entrapment. And so maybe you are seeing things that might have seemed unfair in the past, that are now making more sense, right? It's kind of like that whole, and I hate it whenever I'm going through this, but it's so true, like in hindsight, that rejection is God's protection, right? So you're kind of seeing like, oh, I dodged a bullet with that guy that broke my heart, right? I'm not missing out on anything. You know? That was like perfectly fair to me because God is giving me better things now, right? So let me know how that resonated with you, Taurus. I love you very, very much, and I will see you next time. Bye.